Welcome back. All right, so I want to talk again about the reaction content a little bit. Sort of just clarification, I guess, from the video yesterday. I thought I was clear yesterday, but I have no problem with going back to it. So there are different kinds of reaction content, absolutely. And then the question becomes one of, are they stealing content? Now, there's fair use. But if you're using an entire clip and all you're adding to it is, oh no, look what happened, you're not adding anything to it. And that's the thing. Do they add anything of value? On this platform, there's definitely a lot of pretty liberal uses of fair use, and it gets stretched to the ridiculous degree. And so that was part of what that video yesterday was dealing with. Now, there's different kinds of reactions. There's, of course, trailer reaction videos, which that's fine. I mean, if people want to have trailer reaction videos, there was one on Red Letter Media where they showed Rich reacting to a Star Wars trailer, which was funny because right away he was like, this is going to suck. And, he had his points. There's music reactions. These ones are good. There's a channel that I follow where she is a vocal teacher, voice coach, and watches videos done by, or watches live performances from artists for songs she hasn't heard before. People suggest songs to her, and then she records her reaction, and it's good. And she goes into, here's what he's doing here, here's what she's doing here, and this is really amazing. And and it gives me sometimes a better appreciation for, well, Maynard for one, from Tool. Yeah, his vocal work. It's always interesting to see what vocal coaches say about that. And then there's the TikTok ones, which are very popular, and they're 30 seconds. But again, as long as people are willing to credit the creators, as long as people are willing to say, you know what, this video that I'm commenting on is from this person, and you should check out their content. It's pretty cool. I don't think anybody would have a problem with it. It's when you crop the video so that their name doesn't show up. It's when you don't give credit as well. That doesn't go well. Like, it does not take long to go through and go, okay, I'm using videos in this reaction video from these creators. I should credit these people. I should put them in the description of the video. At the end of my video, I should say, make sure that you support these awesome people who are putting out this content that I am reacting to. And that's really all that people want, right? And so if you're not willing to do that, that's where the whole copyright issue comes in. And we've seen that, where people can say, hey, this is my content, and you have to take it down. I've done it. I've done copyright notices myself. It's rare. A lot of the time it's these spammy channels that just show up poof, and it's like they're like AI generated channels that just grab. And because content on YouTube has this matching system, there are videos that it says, hey, there's a match. For instance, for this channel, there's a video that I took years ago of us, my wife and I, with the Bellagio fountains. I think it's the one where we're looking down from the Paris, from the Eiffel Tower in Las Vegas. And somebody's taken that entire video and re-uploaded it. And I know that. Now, I could file a copyright, but why? Like, that video doesn't make me a cent, because as soon as you upload anything Bellagio fountains related, they don't tell you to take it down. They just take all your income from it, which is fine because it is the Bellagio fountains. So those views come to my channel. It's the Bellagio fountains. It's their content. So I don't have a problem with the fact that they get the money, right? And that happens with some of these too, where creators make sure all their content is verified, and they use a third party that actually will copyright claim on their behalf. Sometimes that gets out of control. There's times on YouTube where that gets out of control, and I know this. But it's all about adding value. So no, it has nothing to do with my age, because I've seen that comment of, well, you're just out of touch. No, theft is theft. Like, it's pretty simple. If you're uploading someone else's content and you're not willing to give them credit, and you're not willing to cite them as being the source of that video, you're not willing to say, hey, the work that I'm doing is nothing compared to the work these people are doing that put the actual content together, that's a problem, right? Now, live streams are another reactionary type content. I saw somebody ask about, well, you listen to Jim Cornette, isn't that the same thing? No, Jim Cornette does reviews. I review hockey games every night. That's a completely different thing where you're saying this happened last night and this is what I think, or I was watching the show and this is what I thought. That's not the same as just somebody watching whatever and wow, huh, wow. Did you see that, everybody? Yeah, they saw it because you just put the video. Yeah, it is lazy, and it is something that by YouTube's terms of service, it's against terms of service. I know because I signed the terms of service. You're using someone else's content, and there is fair use in there, but I don't think it's fair use if you use the entire video. You crop out their username, and all you're adding is wow, no way, seriously, gosh, guys, hey, golly gee willikers, come on. Like it's lazy. And so that's why, like in the video I yesterday, I said, the Weird Al Yankovic one where he just sits there and stares at the screen. That's it's brilliant because that's what happens. And he was just doing sort of a mockery of it. And I thought it was great. So I mean, I do live streams, and I've seen that too. Of well, aren't you just reacting? Well, when I do my live streams, I don't do live streams during hockey games anymore. That's gone for copyright reasons. I don't even want to risk it. If they even hear audio from your television, they can put in a copyright claim. I found that out 4 years ago, and I went, "Oh, okay, all right." So I will not be doing that. So during the draft, during free agency, and during trade deadline, I do big live streams as well. And I mean, there's some reaction in there, but generally it's just the live stream. Generally, it's me interacting with people in the live stream. There's a lot of super chats. There's a lot of just general chat messages for me to answer. And about 4 years ago, I was getting frustrated enough with the draft. I just turned it off because I was trying to keep up with what was going on in the draft and keep up with the chat, and I couldn't keep up with the chat. So I turned off the TV because I could not keep up with the draft. And obviously, I'm not just going to say, well, yeah, those people put in super chats, but to heck with it, I'm writing names on the board, especially once you're into like round 3, round 4, or wherever it was. So that's why I've changed the way that I do the draft reaction. And I don't really bother as much with the TV as I used to. And not only that, but when I used to do like live streams during games, there would be criticism of he doesn't really react at all, which I don't when I'm on camera. It's quite different than when I'm not. So when I'm not, I might, throw my hat at the TV when something stupid happens involving a team I'm cheering for. But during a live stream, my reaction will be, now that happened. And then I just bottle it up until the live stream's done. And then I might go outside and, shoot a ball around for a little bit to kind of calm down, or whatever I do, calm down a little bit, and then I'm all right. But that's where I am on the reaction content. And again, if somebody's actually putting in work and if it makes a difference, then great. I'm a big proponent of fair use when it's for fair use purposes. And again, I'll use them again. Red Letter Media have done a good job of that. I know that they've had copyright notices on some of the content that they've used footage from. But usually it feels like that's more a pettiness on behalf of the whatever company owns that footage, and they just don't like the criticism, and that definitely happens as well. So you've got that fine line between fair use, and then you've got copyright claims that are frivolous and are basically just designed to stop somebody from criticizing your content. So at any rate, there you go. I just wanted to clarify that today. It's a nice, quiet, kind of cold, rainy day here, so hoping to get a lot done. And then for hockey will be done early tonight. So who knows? Maybe I'll be back here doing another video later. But again, if you've followed any of the drama between Jack's Films and Sniper Wolf, and if you've watched any of JJ Jack's, I know he says Jack's or Jack's. Films where he critiques her videos, and he does. I think he does a good job, and I also want to say he does a good job of supporting those creators and pointing out how there's certain arguments in favor of the reaction content, with the idea that, well, it helps to boost them, and he basically disproves that these are not accounts that have been boosted because they're not actively being promoted. So it's nice to see him promoting the smaller creators who are being utilized by a larger creator to make that larger creator more money. So that's how that hierarchy works. And again, for YouTube, I don't know that they care. I think they're making an absolute ton of money. It's hand over fist, and so they don't care. They're just like, all right, here we go. But if you see your content on someone else's channel, you can go through the copyright process. It doesn't take that long. It is a lot. You have to give them a lot of information. And you have to be who you say you are, or you're in some trouble. There's all the legality in there too when you're putting in the copyright. They're very clear on that you have to be this person or acting on their behalf. But it's worked for me very often, and I don't do the strikes. I just give them the 7-day takedown. And so as long as they take it down within 7 days, no harm, no foul. But for the channels that are just these AI crap channels that don't actually have their own content, they just repost other people's videos, they usually disappear right away. Once the jig is up, they delete that and they move on. Now all I have to do is figure out a way to keep bots out of the comments on the main channel, and I'm good. They're always right away, and I've even watched videos on that just to see if other YouTubers have found a way to get rid of them, and the answer is not really. They're just kind of there. But I do my best to, flick them all away when they show up. So there you go. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.